Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now, new Alliance War has started. There's absolutely nothing controversial about this Alliance War season, and New Nation has collectively decided, well, New Nation decided that we will in fact actually play and compete in this season. Fair disclaimer there, it's not necessarily what I would have personally chosen with everything going on, but it also does give me a very good opportunity to showcase just exactly how playable or bad or unplayable the tactic is, take a look at the death numbers a bit more seriously, so on and so forth. So obviously, I am a team player, whatever my team does decide to go, I'm not going to leave my team just because, I necessarily disagree with something in particular. So we are here and, it's fine. I'm actually kind of taking this on chin quite well because I do think it is a good time to restart Alliance War videos. And season 48, but war number 1 is against AF. And I actually do have quite a few fights. I have obviously 4 path fights and then 2 mini boss fights, and 2 of them are also against the tactic defender. So I'm going to be going in with Photon, rank 3 7-star, my Kingpin, ascended 6-star, and my Hood, also now ascended 6-star. And this war did not start out particularly great for me because I just had a little brain spasm. So it's going to get a bit better on as we move along. But the first fight is against Korg, and Korg is not a tactic defender, which I double check right now. So obviously I'm going to boost up here. And this fight is like about as dodgy as my fights would be. But that's fine. That's fine. At least I didn't die. The main question is, but did I die though? To be fair though, it's also because Korg's AI was kind of like a nasty bitch. Whatever. Let's move on. So I know I could have used Hood here as well, quite easily. But we're going to be going in with Kingpin, because he can shrug off them debuffs, get them Furies, all the good stuff's happening. Yes, Korg is going to have Furies. And here I make one tactical mistake. Next time I'm going to do this fight, here I eat that heavy attack and it crit, and it immediately, hurt quite a bit. Because I thought it's a 7-star, there's a decent chance my stun will stick, so I just decided to stun him, which was a bad idea. And now I got intercepted as well. So without doing any damage, I'm down to like half the health. At this point, I decided, sod it, I am just going to go in and, take that little bit of Torrent's damage. A few streams ago, I had a little brain fart. Well, all of a sudden, I evidently forgot how Dex Korg's level 1. But in this fight in particular, I do not seem to have any issues with that again. It's kind of weird how that happens, doesn't it? Anyways, so we are taking the fight back in our control. And everything's fine. We're just going to bait that out here. And yeah, against 7-star Korgs, often the trick is the turn damage isn't that bad because most of them are relatively low sig. Anyways, so we finished this fight off. Yes, I lost 50% of my health. It's definitely scrappy, but we're going to do better on, trust me. Like, last couple of fights will be perfectly fine. And here I'm going to be using Hood for, I think, 2nd ever time in Alliance War. And Cosmic Ghost Rider is a tactic defender, so we're going to be putting on the invulnerability boost as well, just to be kind of like on the safer side. And my parries can fail in this fight as well, which is going to be annoying. But the entire gist here is we obviously want to feed off Mystic Dispersion. Here, Mist Parry kind of messed with me a bit, but that's fine. He has his Fury, no biggie. I have a couple of prowess actives. Unfortunately, here he doesn't really want to throw his special one. And I possibly shouldn't have Dex. I get my parry in here. Now I drop my level 2. I do not have any extra prowesses, so I will be trying to get in, parries, even where I don't really need them, just to get some of those prowess buffs active. And then you can kind of cycle the level 2s with Hood whilst you shoot them. If you are invisible, then, you steal some power from the opponent. Here, I hoped he would not throw that level 1. He did, but immediately afterwards throw my heavy attack and the fight's over. So Hood's kind of awesome. And now we're moving on to the next phase, section, part. And here I'm going to have to deal with a little Piggy that could. I hate Piggies. Piggy has the most random AI. Sometimes it just refuses to throw special attack, and you can go from one corner of the map to the other corner of the map trying to bait out special attack, and nothing happens. And then Piggy can wreck you. But it's fine. We're just going to go in with Kingpin. Obviously, the Piggy is going to start the fight unblockable. So we're going to heal up here. I'm going to use like a team health potion for 20k here. And then, just a couple of single ones because Hood's already at full health. So I heal up. These are, I think, only items that I use in this war. So that's not too bad. And here, yeah, the Piggy is going to start unblockable, right? And the main, I do get clapped a little bit, but, 2 hits, nothing too crazy. Indestructible boost kind of eats it up. And again, Piggy is not a tactic defender. And the gist against Piggy, for the most part, is just use your level 1 as soon as you get it. So he doesn't get any nonsense charges, so you don't have to deal with the evade and, reduced special attack damage and all that other stuff. And pretty much every single time Piggy is going to throw a special attack, I am going to go unblockable because I will end up purifying something, as we can see here. And that means I can also find easy openings afterwards, even if Piggy is unblockable. So I do want to bait out his level 1s as well. I don't necessarily want to push him to level 2s. And it's quite straightforward and easy from this point. Just again, as soon as the hit that I get 1 bar of power, I use that. As we can see, that has allowed me to keep Piggy at 0 charges, and the fight is over. Straightforward, no drama here. Next up, we have Super Skrull. Now, this is actually kind of like a cool matchup because I myself ended up having to rank Super Skrull for my Alliance for Defense. Mine is not ascended though, so whoever ranked up this Super Skrull, hats off to you, Mr. Destroyer, because you have ascended your Super Skrull. Dude, that's commitment to defense. Because let's face it, that's why Super Skrull gets ranked. Super Skrull is kind of underrated in my opinion, but at the same time, realistic. Let's be honest, like, out of 100 Super Skrulls that got ranked up recently, 99 from those Super Skrulls were for Alliance or Defense, for sure. And now we're just kind of spamming the level 2s. We have some bullets to use, which is fine. We're at 20 there. And just a heavy attack to finish. So this was a very, very, very quick fight. It was like 30 seconds, man. Hood is kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm kind of like jumping on the Hood wagon recently. Do like him. So next up, I need to deal with that Mangog over there. That's a hazard chip node. I'm going to be using Kingpin for that. I think you can actually get to, well, whatever. I'm going to be using Kingpin. I am just double checking the assignments here on the sideline. But yeah, I do have a Mangog and then I do have a Sasquatch. So for this Mangog, because it's hazard shift, we are going with Kingpin. And, for most part, I'll just be pushing Mangog to level 2s, taking them on block. I will have my Indestructible 3 boost active for this fight. And even if I don't, I'm sure Kingpin can tank some of it. I think I activate another Indestructible 3 boost. Just to be sure, because I do not want to die again in the first war of the season. So yeah. Go baby, Kingpin. Hazard shift, aggression, prowess, insult, injury. So my parries will be failing throughout, which is fine, which we can deal with. And then just, just a regular Mangog type of fight. Do not do 5-hit combos. Push him to level 2s so he doesn't get too many charges. If you can, ideally. I'm going to be spamming my own level 1s, just, to reduce any kind of like overlay with the hazard shifts and, reduce any level 2 damage that I'm going to end up taking in the block. And that's about it. So here, perhaps I shouldn't have hit him because I get him dangerously close to 3 bars, but that's fine. He does throw his level 2. And again, we're just going to be, capitalizing from those hazard shift debuffs, which we're also, mitigating their activation with my level 1s. Now, at this point, I pretty much don't have to worry about hazard shift. And, I already have an overpower and 5 rages, which is fine. That Mangog is basically dead. It actually ended up parrying me, which is something that AI loves doing a lot, but, Kingpin. Kingpin doing Kingpin things, and I was absolutely safe here. And now, next up, Iago, we are going up against a big Sasquatch. And the trick with Sasquatch on this node is, because it does have, like, the power reserve, right? So it has Feat of Vigilance, Power Efficiency, Missing in Action, and Return Policy. And the thing is, when Sasquatch enters Wrath, he doesn't lose any power when he uses special attacks. So that is kind of like the critical point in this fight. For the most part, everything else you kind of find. You don't really care about, getting faulted on yourself because your mediums do not miss anyways. And when Photon enters hard light form, she just cannot miss, period. I don't really worry about Mystic Dispersion much either, because, you know, that passive Petrify is really mitigating a lot of that, almost all of it. It's like 80%, I believe. So the main thing is, you know, just don't eat a level 3, I suppose. And here we can see that, yeah, I already have entered hard light form. I drop my level 2. He's going for his level 2, which I phase entirely, then I punish it. And life's good, and I can't complain. And now I really don't care whoever gets faltered, then I just activate my level 1. And here I get an intercept, getting a bit more damage, but here is the kind of tricky part, where I do want to get in as many pauses as possible, but I don't really have a room for error here, because as we can see, he's just spamming his level 2s and not losing any power. Now, I survived that Wrath of Tenrak mode. I could have tanked a level 3 as well, realistically. It wouldn't have been end of the world. But, you know, at this point, we're kind of back in control of the fight. We don't need to worry about the healing too much, again, because of debuffs and Petrify. I have done a good job pausing my charges. At this point, I can pretty much just use my level 1s, because why not? Getting some extra damage in. And yeah, here I'm just going to go for a striker and then a combo. And if need be, I have a level 1 to finish this fight off. And that big Sasquatch goes down. And that is it for my contribution to the war. And this is the current score of the war. The war has not finished. Obviously, we still have 25 fights. They have 58 fights to clear. But, you know, it is looking quite good for us. The death numbers are not small, though. For two alliances that are boosting up using indestructible boosts, you know, doing their best, this is still quite a lot. However, it's not necessarily as bad as it would have been had there been no changes. And this is, again, a result for, you know, dedicated Masters level alliances. So let me know how your wars are going. I will definitely make like a follow-up video about Alliance War Season, a couple, you know, wars in, just to ask, you know, whether you guys are trying, whether you guys are not trying this season, what are the death counts in either one of the cases, how does the feel go, and I'll be honest and like giving my feedback to this as well. The fights that I only took 2 fights with tactic defenders, and I have heard that a lot of alliances are drastically decreasing their diversity just to spam like bullseyes and kingpins everywhere. So that might be something that I encounter later in the season. But so far with the, you know, 2 fights that I used tactic attacker for the tactic defender, you know, they went fine. Like one of them was 30 seconds. Obviously, the entire problem is that there are some matchups that are borderline unwinnable. And, you know, when it goes wrong completely. So it's far too early for me to judge the season completely. Again, the death counts are elevated. But we're just going to chug along and see how we do overall. Also, a shout out to AF again. And yeah, let me know how you guys are doing this season. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next